ನಿನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದೆ ಡೌಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ? Any doubts? Okay. Today we are going to take a class on G codes and M codes. What is G code and M code? G code, M code. Basically, G codes and M code. Or CNC, I told you in the first day. CNC runs on a set of programs. A program will work on. And this program will have something called as G code and M code. Simple terms I'm telling. G codes andre you're driving a car drive ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Accelerator, brake ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು main functions ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದು G code. That is a G code. And headlights on, wiper on, all those things will be M code. Keep this thing in mind. Then we will start this. Okay. So G code will be the main things and M code will be the all the extra things. Okay. Now, so in this session, what we are going to study is what is G code, what is M code, the difference between them, most commonly used codes, and how we read the small programs. See, earlier, sir, now we have all these CAM softwares. We will put a drawing on the system, a 3D drawing will be putting on the system, and it will make all the programs. This G code, M code will be generated by the machine. Machine generated. But what happens in earlier time? ನಮಗೊಂದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ತರ ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾವು ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ, ದೆನ್ ಗೋ ಹಿಯರ್, ದೆನ್ ಗೋ ಹಿಯರ್, ದೆನ್ ಗೋ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಒவ்வொரு ಆಕ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ನನಗೆ ಜಿ ಕೋಡ್ ಬೇಕು. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ದ ಜಿ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಟೆಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸ್ಪೀಡ್. ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್, ಇಷ್ಟು ಡೆಪ್ತ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ದೆನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್, ದೆನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಟು ಹಿಯರ್. So that will be a long process. Imagine we are doing a very big thing. So these G codes, earlier the person used to manually write them. Machine hogi, he will manually input each and everything. So human entry, errors will be there. Errors will be there, no? By mistake when typing the keypad, sometimes may change. Like how in the autocorrection happens in WhatsApp, everything. This autocorrection will not happen, but somehow the letters may change. And what happens? Even one small letter change will have big problem. So let's start. What is G code? What is G code? G code is nothing but it is the geometric code. Geometric code. Geometry basically means shapes. Shapes, Allah. So imagine that. G means geometrical code. We are telling the machine what to do, where to go, where to move. All these things will be told by the G code. And we will tell how to move, what speed to move. All those things will be told by the G code. Now, how will be the G code? Always the G code will be G and a capital letter G and a number. Capital letter G and a number. That number is the codes. So there will be lots of codes. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 19. All those things will be there. So we will see most commonly used G code we will be finding here. In the machine, automatically they will run. But still we should know what are these. When you see the code in the machine, we have to know. Just try this thing. Other things are not needed. Only this thing is on top. Isn't it? So as I told, it will be G dash, G the number, and along with we will have the coordinates. What are the coordinates? X, Y, Z. X ಯಾವ X ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ Y ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ Z ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. What is Z? Depth, up and down. X, left and right. Y, front and back. Remember always that in your mind. So, some basic, see, here you can see one simple example. G01, X50, Y30, Z10, F100. What does that mean? G01 means it has to go in a straight line. So we have G00 there, G01 there. So what is that? The difference? Simple G00 alli, that is just to make the tool to go fast. Tool full speed alli cutting ಏನು ಇಲ್ಲ. For example, in your machine ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು zero ಇದೆ. The machine zero and the work zero. Machine zero and the work zero. Machine zero will be fixed. Machine zero always fixed ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. But work zero ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be depending on the work. Depending on the work. ಆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, zero ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Zero will be the center. But sometimes zero will be kept in the corner also, wherever it is, as per our designer. So, when the machine zero will be little far. From here, the tool has to come here, right? Normally, it will be very slow. When cut mark time, it will be very slow. But here we want it in full speed. We want the tool to come from machine zero to work zero in full speed. So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, we will use the code G00, that is known as rapid. G01 ಇಲ್ಲಿ G01 ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ, that is because ನನಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. So it should not go in that speed. We are spelling it should go in 100 mm per minute speed. Feed will be given here. That is G01 is the G code number and linear interpolation. G01 number is for linear interpolation. Then X50 means go to where X axis 50. Then Y30, Y axis 30, you move. Then Z should be at 10. Z normally what happens? Our machine base ಇದೆಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು machine base ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ಲೇಟು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲಾಂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಈ ಬೇಸ್ ನಾವು zero ಆಗಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Always this base will be the zero. Most cases, not always, most cases. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು zero ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. So now remember our bottom is zero. So what will happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allah, it will be like this. So my product is some 5 mm height. My product is 5 mm. So what I am telling, the tool to come till 10 mm. It will come till 10 mm in the XY position. Why it is? Because before starting the work. Can we bring it to 0 mm? No, because the cutter may break. Allah, ಈ setting correct ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೋಡಿಲ್ಲ ವಿಡಿಯೋಲಿ, yesterday saw in that videos how the cutters are breaking. Even the spindle also may get damaged. Now, as I told, x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, you know. So the most common G codes. First one is G00. G00 is for rapid position. That's for rapid position. Just now I explained. Allah, we are bringing from the machine zero to the job zero. Okay, or any position to any position without any cutting, any action. It's coming. So that is known as, that will be used for, that is rapid position, where where suddenly I am telling, okay, for example, here, this place is my X50, Y50, for example, and my machine 0 is here. Here I am in the machine 0. I have to work there. I have to work there. So I want to come fast. We'll go directly fast. But from here, there is no cutting or anything. I'm just coming here. In height I'm coming. From here I will be going with next line. So this G00, we are just telling, go to that position. G00 will tell, quickly go to that position. Officially, for example, from one cabin to another, we tell, na? Okay, go and meet the HR immediately. So that is G0. We are going, there is nothing happening in between. We are just going from this place to that place. What is G00? The main thing of G00 understood? So this will be the first thing. First we will put this itself. We need to go to that point. And if we put G00 X0 Y0, G00 X0 Y0 means it will go to the where the 0 is set. Where the 0 is set, it will go to that point. The main is G00, rapid positioning. Rapid positioning. Rapid and then rapid, fast. Positioning and the go to a position. Go to a position. That's all. G00 is rapidly going to the position. Whichever position we mention, there will go. Okay? Then, so where you will use it? When we will use it? Because there is no cut there. It has to just go from one place to another. That time will use ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Then, after the work ಮುಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ we want to remove this. Piece remove ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೇ tool ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So you want to tool tell, okay, your work is done, go back. So to send it back, to move it somewhere else, we can use the G00. Then only use for when we are not doing any cutting. Cutting use ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Cutting use ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ G00 use ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. Why? Because this will be extremely fast. Yesterday, when I showed that video of the tool change ನೋಡಿದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ the bed was going very fast. Tool change ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ bed full speed ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ, ನೋಡಿದ್ಯಾ? The same thing, that is G00. Okay? Next, G01. G01 is nothing but it is linear interpolation. Means we are telling the tool that, okay, you are now here, from here go to that point, yogi, in a slow speed, but you have to take cut. Simply first running, then we are just, remember, we are just cutting it and going. With the tool we are removing the material. When removing it, can we do it fast? No. We have to do it very, very slowly, right? So here we will tell a speed. Go only in that speed. So you have reached the start point. From there, whatever speed I tell, in that speed, you have to go front in a straight line. Linear and the straight. So linear interpolation means we are going with the in a straight line, in a controlled speed, by removing the material. So how will it be? Earlier I told G00 example what it was? G00 X0 Y0, for example. Now next, G01, it will be, I am telling, go to X100, Y100, and I will mention the feed here. We have to mention the feed, because in G00 feed bega, it will take the full speed, whatever speed is available it will take. But here we need the feed, because we need a controlled cutting. Control ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲಂದ್ರೆ the cutter ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So that's why we always give, when G01 is there, we'll give feed. Before I tell all this, I'll just tell you one more thing. Some common letters used in CNC programming. G, I told you what it is. G is G code, geometry code. M is miscellaneous codes. I told you, for like in a vehicle it will be like headlight on, wiper on, all those. So here it will be coolant on, all those. We'll explain. Then F is for feed. F-E-E-D, feed. S will be for spindle speed. At what speed the spindle should turn. Then okay. Let me tell later. Now this you got now. So where we will use this? We'll be using it in the creating flat tire surface. But see, I have a workpiece here. Okay, the height is 12 mm. I want to reduce the height to 10 mm. So that time I will use the G01 and tell, okay, go from here to here, then come back from here to here, go from here to here. All those things will happen. Understood? G01 you understood? Any doubt in this? Any doubt? Now G02. What is G02? Now all the programs, it won't be straight. So for example, we have a straight line, and when we have a radius here, we have a small radius here, then again straight, again small radius, again straight, again small radius. When like this happens, for happening this thing, to make this thing, we will use the G02. So here what we have to see? Clockwise, counterclockwise. What is clockwise? Clockwise will be from left to right or right to left. Which will it be? Clockwise will be always left to right. And right to left will be anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. CCW or CW. So G02 is for, we need a curved cut. Curved cut in a clockwise direction. Which one? Contour is, yeah. Telling you, see, if you want an arc, contour is a shape. I'm just in a simple words I'm telling, when we want a small arc, just like think about an arc. So this case we will use G02 or G03. We may use 02 or 03. Why? 02 is clockwise and 03 will be counterclockwise. So here we use this for making circles or rounded corners or curved surfaces. Now here, when we put the program G02, two more letters will come. As usual, X100, Y100, that's normal. But we will have I and J. I and J is meaning that it is a radius. There is a radius there. Okay? It's telling to go turned with. Then that's a center offset or radius. How much offset it? Next, G03, I told you it is for the same thing, but it will be in the counterclockwise direction. It will be in the counterclockwise direction. Understood? Any doubt about this now? 0, 1, 2, 3. Any doubt? Any doubt about these four things? Huh? You will always remember this? You will always remember this? Doubt okay. G0 to G03, what is the difference? 0 to 03. Everything is the same. Only thing is on the left go to on the right. That's all. Then now normally I told which is the unit we use. Normally which is the unit we use? In a tool room, in a machine, in our area, in our company, normal company, which unit of measurement will be used? Yeah. Micrometer, mm. But sometimes people also use inches. Sometimes people also use inches. So when you give a drawing to the CNC, we are not giving the drawing. Are we giving the drawing? Now drawing kododilla. Drawing will be with us. We will be giving the drawing to the CAM program. Program only drawing good bit. Program will be generating the G code and M code. The CAM softwares like what are the examples I told? Solid Cam. We have the Master Cam. We have Symmetron. Many softwares are there, which will be studying. The next week when the CAD Cam paper comes, we will be studying. So this thing they make the program, and we are giving the program X100, Y100. We are telling them this thing. We are telling move 100 mm. X direction move 100 mm. Y axis move 100 mm. Everything we are telling. Okay, that's done. But how will the machine know that whether we are giving the measurement in mm or inches? Because machine is not going to see the program or anything. So for that we have two G codes. G21. G21 means it doesn't need any X or Y. G21 means we are telling the machine whatever measurements whatever values I am telling down, it will be in mm. It will be in millimeter. Don't consider anything else. All the dimensions for the drawing nodidre, company drawing nodidre, kelagade irutte. All dimensions are in mm. Similarly, we are telling the machine we are using mm on all the drawings. So you also have to take it only in mm. If I give you 100, the value is 100. You have to move only 100 mm. If I give you the value of 50, you have to only 50 mm. You should not go 50 centimeter. You should not go 50 inches or anything. So we will have only mm and inches. So, and where it should come? This thing where it should come? E code elli barbeku. Starting elli barbeku. Allah. It should be in the starting. So G21 is metric system mm. Okay. Then next, if I want in now, what is G20? G20. Yeah, G21 held. Now G20 go. G20 where it will be used? Where it will be used mainly? It is used in America. A country where they think that okay, remaining countries all look another thing, we will be separate. When everyone goes in a smaller path, they will be in a separate path. There, G20 is for, so we have two things. What is that? Metric system and imperial system. Metric and imperial. Metric, which will be always mm, and imperial will be in inches. Imperial will be in inches. So G20, if you are giving in the first, if you are giving G20, what will happen? The machine will assume that all measurements inches alli kottide. I don't want to go anywhere. If I give the value 50, it will tell I will go 50 inches. But if it is G21, it will tell go in mm. Understood? The difference between G20 and 21 you understood? When you are getting confused, ayo, G20 inches birthday, mm birthday, confused bande because since it is nearby. ABCD, remember ABCD. Which comes first? No. I comes or M comes? Huh? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. I comes first. So, always remember, first comes the G20. 20 will be inches and 21 will be mm. Confuse avardu. Sometimes when in exam, for example, G20 is, suddenly when you see, you will get a confusion. Mm inch, how much ever you use. So, this thing you remember. I comes first, so 20 is inches or imperial. M comes after that, so 21 is metric or millimeter. Understood? Any doubt, any confusion? Okay. Then, next is G28. G28. What is G28? Go back to the home position. Once all the work is over. When all the work is over, I am telling the machine, okay, your duty is over, go back. So the machine will automatically go back to its zero position. So when we want the tools to go back to the machine home position, in the end we will be giving G28. We won't be giving anything else, just G28 is enough. Okay, that's a mistake I typed. There is no need of this. Just give G28. Now where we will use this one? When the program is over. Program agad. Next, tool change time only. When there is a tool change. Tool change time only always it will be in the work zero, machine zero hogi. Alli in the tool change avuta. You saw in that video, right? I'll show you again. Now after seeing this, I'll show that video again where the tool change happens. That time will clear out. Then or you have to go to the safety. The main I use moves the tool back to the machine zero. Then, so what we told mainly, G00 is rapid positioning for fast movement and no cut. 01 is straight line cut. 02 is curved cut. 03 is counterclockwise curved cut. G21 is mm. G20 is G20 inches and G28 is back to machines. Is to clear aita? Is to clear aita? Any doubts in this? Is to helidre ena doubt idya? Any doubts in these things? This much things. There are much more G codes, but G21. What is G21? What is G21? Tell me without looking. Okay. Done. Now we'll go to M codes. M codes. I told you it's like in a car we are telling the car to add its other functions, not the main function, but it will be also main. The main function is but it won't relate to cut oil. So here we are telling the vehicle to turn on the light, turn on the wiper. Adhe tara illi navu ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೆ turn on the spindle, turn on the turn on the coolant. ಆ ತರದಲ್ಲ M code use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. What are the major? So what is M code? M code is nothing but it is miscellaneous code. Miscellaneous code andre it's like not for movement. It is general applications for general things. So like So what is the specific for this? C will be M and the code. Let's check how we put the G. This will be capital letter M and the followed by the code. M01, M02, M03, M04, M99. ಅದು M ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay? This is the main common task ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will be like tool change ಮಾಡೋದು, spindle on ಮಾಡೋದು, coolant on ಮಾಡೋದು. All these things will come in M code. So, what is the main difference between now M code and G code? M code and G code, the main difference. The main difference will be one, G code or geometrical code is for movement and position. Movement and position. Then miscellaneous code will be for machine functions of special tasks. That is, for example, if you go for exhibitions, ನಮ್ಮ ಇಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ಎಕ್ಸಿಬಿಷನ್ಗಳು, some CNC machines you will see, the work will be this just showing, it's repeating. One work will be completed, again it's repeating. So we will tell the machine using the M code, once you finish the work, again restart it. Don't wait for any orders. Normally ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಆಪರೇಟರ್ ಹೋಗಿ again ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಲ್ಲ, ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. But there are codes for M codes for just automatically repeating. Why they are doing this? Because they don't want to remove the piece. ನಾವು ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಪೀಸ್ ಹಾಕಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪೀಸ್ ರಿಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ we have to stop it and start again. But there, what will happen? The exhibitions, they are not doing much cutting. They are just showing how it moves. So they not remove the piece. They will just use the M code and all to repeat it. Repeat matter use matter. So that's what they call special tasks. Special task here. So let's go for most common M codes. M03, first one. M03 will be for turn on the spindle. Spindle on ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು M03 use ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. But what for which side? It will be clockwise. So how we will put it? The syntax always when we put M03, there will be M03 yes some value 5,000 or 12,000. Why? We are telling the machine spindle on ಮಾಡಿ clockwise direction turn ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. But we also should tell how much it has to turn. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. So we are telling 5,000 RPM ಅಲ್ಲಿ clockwise ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So I'm telling M03 S 5,000 means the spindle speed will be 5,000 RPM. Depending on the machine and tool. But ನಾವು ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಟೂಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. But in previous company we used to have a old machine. So there we will use cutters of 0.5 mm. Cutter 0.5 mm cutter use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. So there we will give M03 yes maybe 48,000 or 1 lakh. Because smaller the cutter, higher the speed. Higher the cutter, smaller the speed. So that this S5000 may change. S will be there, 5,000 may change. We also even run 1,000. See, for example, what we do? Sometimes your machine is idle for so long. May happen. Completely, kabhi work iralla. So machine idle is this. Or we have changed the spindle. Spindle change ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು 12,000 RPM spindle. So ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಬೇಕು. We are making it to a ಟ್ರೈಕೊಂಜ್ spindle ತಗೊಂಡು 40,000 RPM ಹಾಕಿದೆ. How we will start? First we will start. We'll start from 1,000 RPM. We will run for 20 minutes or something. We will run in 1,000 RPM. Then we will change it. We will change M03 yes 5,000 or 2,000. We will go in incremental speed. Slowly we will increase the speed of the spindle. Why? Because it has to work properly. We'll slowly increase. That time we will give M03 5,000. There is no need that the work has to be there or anything. We'll just, because M03 5,000 it is just rotating there. It's not moving or anything. It will be rotating in the spindle. So M03 is spindle on clockwise direction. Now, if you want to rotate in counterclockwise direction, you want to rotate in the opposite side, what we will do? It is M04. So M04 is spindle on counterclockwise direction. Why we do this left side and right side? Why we do counterclockwise and clockwise? Metal is remove ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ಲೇತ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ sometimes for threading ಅದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ರೈಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಥ್ರೆಡ್ ಆ ಥರ ಏನೇನು ಇದೆ. Okay, that time we will need a specific direction. Yes. Yeah. So what happened? There are special other functions also. Where are they? Depending on the cutter, all those things we have. So this whatever I am telling spindle speed and all now, this is not only for our CNC milling. This is common for CNC, be it CNC lathe or be it CNC milling. Milling is lathe alli chuck spindle. The tool will be the job holding device or the chuck is the spindle. There we will set the speed of the job at what turn. And in the milling, it will be the tool itself. The spindle will be loaded in the tool will be loaded in the spindle. Okay, then. So the difference is just counterclockwise and clockwise. Now next, M05. M05 is stop. The spindle has to stop. One work has completed. Or tool the work agide. Then it has to. I have to change the tool. Tool change madbekandre I have to stop the spindle. The spindle when it is running, we cannot change it now. When we want to change a tire, I can't change it when we are moving, right? The tire has to be stopped. Similarly, I need to change the tool. I need to stop the spindle. Or the work is over. I want to off the machine. All these times we will be using spindle turn off. The code is M05. This will be in the last of the program. Once the work is over, work of that tool is over. It can also be in the middle of the program. How? If ಒರೇ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಕಟ್ಟರ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, sometimes ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, normally what we do, we will use only one cutter. But when it is a long program, ಒಂದು 20 ಗಂಟೆ 24 ಗಂಟೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we can't stay near the machine. So what we will do? We will club all the programs together. Multiple tools program haki, first program will ಬರ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ next program, complete. So what we will do? We have program end code the YAML that we won't use. Each program will have an end which says the machine to stop. We will remove that and paste this. So what will happen? Once this work is done, the machine spindle will stop. It will go to home position. It will change the cutter. It will automatically come and start the working. Yesterday I showed you that video. I will show you once more. Now you will understand more. And when it finally will end the program. So spindle off will be for changing the cutter. We don't want the spindle to run. Then next, M06. What is this? M06 is for the tool changing. When this is happening, because some machines, not all machines, now most of the machines has the automatic tool changer. We have yesterday in the machine, down machine, I showed you in the side, one round thing with enough tools, ATC. We call it automatic tool changer. But old machines, some machines won't have it. When there is no ATC, this M06 is not needed. When we need that, we will be calling them, we will tell the machine. I am telling T05 followed by M06. What I am telling? T is for tool. T is tool. So I am telling I want tool number 5. So change the tool. So I am telling the machine to load tool number 5. So if I give a code T05M06, what will happen? Whatever tool is there, it will go back to the ATC and number 5 tool will be coming to the, okay. Then if I want to call the tool number 24, I will do what I will do. I will put T24M06. This can be anywhere. We can even write M06 T5 also can be written. T5 M6 also can be written. And we can also write T5 M6 or M6 T5, M06 T05. All these are same. Provided we are giving it in capital letter. Always capital letterly could be. That time it will any change madadike. Okay, that will show in the machine. So we use it for changing in the new tool when we need a different tool, and I told you always it will be with the T code. Just giving M6, will it work? M6 will work only when some tool is selected. We are telling the machine that this tool has to be selected. That time it will work. Next. So what happened? M03, 04 and 05 is related to 03, 05, 04, 05 is for spindle. It's for spindle. M06 is for tools. Now next we have coolant. We have to use the coolant, right? Most of the machines, most of the time we have to use the coolant based on the material. But there are times when we don't use the coolant also. When we don't use the coolant also. Why? Coolant use ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ. Maybe the material sticky out. Material sticky agindre cutter alli fix agi it will damage the cutter. And the material is so soft, no need of any coolant. Then when the material we are cutting is very costly. For example, I told an example. In my old company, in our BFW machine, the BFW machine which we had, we used to machine pure silver. Pure silver. That is, pure silver means 999 silver. What is 999? What is 925? Just out of syllabus I am telling. In the gold, we always say na 916 gold. We believe it to be the pure. Similarly, in the silver, if you see, you can see this word 925 silver. What is 925 silver? 925 is nothing but if the item is 100 gram, if your product is 100 gram, 92.5 grams in that will be pure silver. 7.5 will be something else like copper or any other thing. That's why we call it 925 silver. And when it comes to 999, it will be 999.9% silver itself. It will be pure silver. Similarly, in gold, what happens? 91.6 will be pure gold and remaining will be some additives. So when we use this 999 silver, what we have to do? If I use the coolant, the main function of coolant, what is the main function of coolant? One is to cool the cutter, cool the job. Another thing is to remove the waste or whatever chips are being formed. It will wash away that one. So we have to get it back. Silver is very costly, gold is very costly. So in such cases, we won't use the coolant. Understood? Some cases, we will be using only, instead of liquid coolant, we will be using only air. We need to use only air. But we are using rubber. Imagine, we are doing a CNC machine on rubber. What will happen if you use the coolant there? It will get stuck in the cutter and the cutter will be damaged. So for coolant on, we will use the code as M08. M08 is coolant on. And M09 will be, M09 is coolant off. Then after the works are complete, we are telling the machine, okay, the program is complete. For that we use the code M30. M30 is the program end. M30 means program end. So these things, whatever I told what I told now, only this M06 will have a tail. Tail means tail or head, whatever you can call it. It will have a company. It will have a friend with it always. It needs a friend. Remaining whatever we discuss now doesn't need anyone with it. They are all individually strong. They will be individually stretching. Understood? Any doubts? Any doubts? So I told M03 is spindle on clockwise direction, 04 is counterclockwise direction, 05 is spindle stop, 6 is tool change, 8 is coolant on, 9 is coolant off, and 30 is program end. That is what I told now. When I copy multiple programs together, each program will have a M30 in the last. Each will have a M30 in the last. So what I have to do? I have to remove this M30. When I am copying, pasting multiple programs together, I will be removing this M30. And it will continue. Now, so that's about the basic M code and G code. We have so many M code and G codes, like which we use normal life, G43. Those things we will be studying later when I will show it in the machine. Okay, these things, why I told only this much things are because this is most important. This should be always in your mind. Now the company interview of they will ask you, they won't ask every, they will tell you the ID G code, the ID M code. So you will have to remember all these things. And the first thing, never by heart anything. By heart, understand it. Understand it. So it will stay in your life. By heart, you will forget it. 100% sure you will forget it. Now, see. It's not all clear, na? Okay. I am telling now how a G code will be. How a CNC program will be. How a CNC program will be. See, first, everywhere, every line, there will be a number. N10, N20, N30, N40, N50, N60, N70. Or it will be N1, N2, N3, N4, N5. That is based on the processor, post processor, which the machine leaves. Then, first line, always in the CNC program, the first line will be something like O0001. It's a number of the program. We are giving a number for the program. It will be always 000. O. It will start with O. Okay, that's the only place where we use the O. Then the first line will be N10. I told N10 G21. What is G21? We are telling that machine that you have to work in mm. Then next line we told to go to G28. Go to machine home position. Why? Because I want to change the tool. Next line is T01 M06. Then next is, once the tool is changed, what I should do? I have to turn on the spindle. So spindle on will be the next thing. M03. But here actually there is a small mistake. I typed wrong. I have to put the spindle speed also. Okay. We will put the M03 S8000. Okay. Then next M08. I am telling them to start the coolant. Then I will go to G00. G00 is till here. Once till the coolant is started, it's all settings. We are setting the machine. Then start the program. So first G00. We will tell G00 XY value. Go to that position. Then after that, we will tell G01, G02, G03, whatever it is. Once that is over, what we will do? We will go to home position first. We'll first go to home position, then spindle off, then the coolant will be off, and we will end the program by giving M30. I'll show you a CNC program, a G code M code program. I'll show you now. For that, what is N? N is the line number. What is the importance of it? See, sometimes a G code, program, it will have lakhs of lines. 1,000, 10,000 line, lakh line. So, sometimes if we have a look at the machine, suddenly the current goes. Current over there. If Mitsubishi controller, we can restart the program from that point. But sometimes if this restart fails, okay, we remember the program stopped at N 52,000. The 52,000 line stopped. So we can enter that value, or approximately 52,000 if it stopped, we will enter 50,000. And we can restart it from that point. Okay, so N is the line, for each line we will give the number as N. That can be N10, N20, N30 in the increment of 10, 5 or even 1. N1, N2, N3 barte, N5, N10, N15 barte, N10, N20, N30. So N is basically, N means line number. N is line number. Then what is S? I told S is spindle speed in RPM. What is RPM? Revolution per minute. Rotation, okay, but normally we say revolution per minute. Okay? Then what is F? Feed rate. Feed rate G00 kuda feed rate kodteya. With G00 we'll give feed rate? No. Feed rate has to be used with only 01, 02 and 03 because feed rate affects the quality, cutting quality, the line. If you go on top, you can see some CNC machine products there. As soon as you enter the door, left side there are some CNC machine products. Someday when you have to go and see, you can see how good finish the CNC has created. So these are the main G codes and M codes. Now this thing I will write bigger. Okay, this is a system I made it. I don't know what happened. So these are some of the examples. Now what every CNC program, it will have the first thing, it will have the setup. Setup alli ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? Which unit to be used, what is the home thing and the tool to be used. Then in the starting, second we will start, we have the spindle speed, the spindle on and the coolant on. Then we will have the main program, and in the end we will have spindle off, coolant off and program. This will be the any CNC program. This will be the same structure that will be followed. There will be no changes. Setup, start, cut, end. Setup, start, cut, end. Any doubt? Any doubt? Just a minute. These G codes are not only used for CNC machining, even for 3D printing. Have you heard 3D printing? For 3D printing also we use the metal builders, plastic. Even plastic 3D printing also we use this G code itself. Maybe it's material stocks, salaries, TPS, time lapse. See, these are some of the CNC programs which we have. So a CNC program, for example, this you can see here. Cut the remote. Black remote is there. No, remote. See, this is the normal CNC program. This is done using Symmetron. This CNC code is done using Symmetron. Control you. Edit. 11. See, can see here. What is that? We are given T6M6. What is T6M6? Tool number 6. We have to change the cutter, right? Then we give G54. G54 is the coordinate, the work coordinate. Okay? G54 is work coordinate. Why we use work coordinate? So, why we use work coordinate? See, sometimes we may have multiple works to do. ಒರೇ CNC ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಓನರ್ ಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಡೂ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ, ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ದ ಅದರ್ ವರ್ಕ್, ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ವರ್ಕ್. ಸೊ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ will have a center, a 0 point. So suddenly if I change the part, I'm changing the part, I'm taking the new center and everything. So what will happen? Work move I have to again set the old thing for the previous one. So at that time what we will do? We will use multiple centers. So adike ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? Work coordinates use ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಏನು work coordinates? We have G54, G53 will be machine coordinates. That we cannot change. G53 is machine coordinates. G54 linda G54, G55, G56, G57, G58, G59. These are work coordinates. Work ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಮಗೆ 5 ವರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ನಾವು G54 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇವ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ವರ್ಕ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ. I saved it in G55. Okay. Next work on this 56, 57. So what will I do? Whenever these works come, when these works come again, instead of putting this G54, if I am doing for second job, I will put that G55. Up a machine center or I will put G56. So it will take that and I am going back to the old work, the first work. I will again put G54. Understood? Then we have M06014. I am calling the 14th tool. Then we have G90. G90 is we have G90. We have the coordinate system. Absolute and incremental coordinate system is there. That when I explain it, I will explain it. Okay. Then what is G17? G17. G17 is also 1G code which is used for what to say? G17. Oh God, I never confused actually. Okay, so G17 is for we will use for XY plane. That's just plane selection. Ignore that. Likewise, we have all the things. See, S8000 M03. We are telling make the spindle speed to 8000 and turn on the spindle. Then we'll go for G00. See, we are telling G0. Go rapidly to that position. Then we will turn on the coolant. Then we will turn on the coolant. Then we again it will go on same position it is. Then we will tell that go to Z50. Till that will be on top itself. Then we are telling it come to Z50. Then we tell G43 H14. What is that? G4 that is we have to take. I told you we have to set the 0, right? Every tool should have 0. But on the tool height difference irutte. The height will be different. So we have to set the height for everything. H14. We are calling tool 14. 14 tool call ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ನಾವು, right? M6 tool 14. So we are telling the machine take the height Z of 14, tool number 14 itself. So we have to always make sure that T14 and H14 are same. If you put 14 there and 12 here, it will take the Z of the 12. Then there will be error. Then it will start the machining. All the G01C, 150F, everything it will be giving all the dimensions. It will give all the dimensions. Go to that point, this point, 50, all those things. Then finally, once it is done, you are telling go to Z50. You are lifting the spindle. Then we are telling to turn off the coolant. Then we stop the spindle and program end. This is how the CNC program will be there. This is a G code file. Now here you can see this is the G code of the 3D printer. Actually not needed here, but just showing. So there also we use the see G28 home, G29, G92, G1. See the Z axis up, move to start position, draw the first line, move to. This is the G code of the what? A 3D printer. 3D printer. I think I have some videos of 3D printer. One second. I can't find it. I will get I'll bring it to the next class. Okay.